Now I'm getting attacked by flies. I'm getting attacked by flies. Hello there. I spent the last number of days doing nothing while it rained, but I needed a rest, so that's okay. I'm going to start working in the original greenhouse here where I have cucumbers because I need to get ready to make a trellis. I've got to pull out a couple boards up top, and then I need to kind of clear out the beds because I also need to, at some point here, plant some orach, which is kind of like a spinach option that doesn't mind the heat, so I wanted to try that. I've never done it before. And then I need to pop over here to the greenhouse with the basil in it and do some work in there at some point. So that's up next. Okay, so there are 2 boards run along either side of the greenhouse. This is the original greenhouse here. And unfortunately, the condensation collects and then it drops down on top of my cucumbers or whatever else is down here. So going to sawzall this thing out of here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and maybe pull up these lettuces that are right next to my buddy cucumber right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clip these leaves off and then pull this lettuce up here. Let's get this red guy here too. So I just take the outer leaves off like that. And then with the mustards here, this one's been slug attacked. I've just been clipping these guys. So now I'm seeing another little tiny larva right there. Not sure what that is. So I couldn't help but leave myself 3 Italian kales. I'm gonna have to get another container. I keep going in this bed and I got those clipped back. Go over this bed and go ahead and yank these guys out. I'll get the leaves plucked. And boy, they're sure pretty. But we're gonna make a mess tonight. Sawzalling, and when I say me, it's gonna be Tyler and I, because I didn't want to take a chance of dropping the boards and stuff on top of my cucumbers. So it's a 2-person job. Sawzall the boards out of the greenhouse and yeah, set up a trellis. So then these guys are gonna just come out. Okay, so I got all the spinach out of there. Way too much spinach for that container. And we are gonna go over here and go ahead and get this chard out of here. Get all the leaves off first and then pull the little guys out. Okay, I got that little bit of chard out and I'm gonna thin that arugula later. I gotta run. Okie dokie, so we are ready to operate on greenhouse and get it ready for a trellis. We got all of that board that went through here out. Yeah, I got my starts here, my little starts growing here, and I've got 1 flat of basil up under the lights in the house where it's just a little bit warmer. Yeah, so I spent the morning, well, yesterday I went into town trying to see if I couldn't find some sort of clip-like thing so that I can start, clipping my cucumbers to their little string thing that I'm going to set up here. I'm going to put some 2x2s along the top on the outside, and then I'll put the string up on that and then clip these guys to it, but I couldn't find anything that would work as a clip in town. And I just ended up buying your regular tomato clips and some twine from Johnny's, and hopefully that'll get here within another week or something. Hopefully these guys they're sturdy enough, I don't think they'll flop over quite yet. And yeah, and then I've just been really needing some soil fertilizer stuff, and shipping to Alaska is such a pain in the butt. So I contacted this one place in Vancouver, Washington that sells Down to Earth, that vegan mix that's really nice, and that I use in my soil mix because I'm running really low. Nobody takes calls, whatever. I sent him an email. Anyway, Tyler made me a couple of additional rods. He threaded the rods for my other greenhouse bed over the basil. So basil would much rather it be warmer than it's been. Okay, so here we go. This is the bed that I need to get the rods in, and then I need to turn this dirt over. So I was just wandering around here and noticed that my little bits of clover seed are coming up between all these beds. Yay. And everything is up out here under the row cover, except for the carrots. Carrots aren't up yet, but everything else is. Okay, I get back to work. Oakley dokley, so I got these rods pounded in to the bed, and this should hold the bed together. The sun keeps coming out and I'm just kind of like burning up in here. So I was able to get the rods in, but check this out. These screws were in way too deep and they were rounded out and they would not come up. So this is what I've been doing. Anyway, yeah, we're moving. Okay. And I got one screw that's stuck in there too. Oh, oh my gosh, I need a frickin' crowbar, man. Okay, I could go up to the house and get a crowbar, or I could abuse that wrench. Who would have thought the hardest part of this project would be this 2x4? Got this one end pried open with a wrench. Oh my god, I'm gonna poke holes in everything. Okay, if I could just get this twisted like this. Let me go this way. Oh, dudes, man. Oh, I wonder if I can get this thing out. There's so much crap in this thing. The whole video is gonna be about this. It's gonna be about how to pull out screws. I need, because there's just crap just jammed into the screw. So I can't get the buddy in there. Oh, shoot, man. Oh, whatever. I'll yank that crap out later. I gotta go. I gotta go up to the house and Betty Crocker my way around. No, brother. Oh, this will come out. Oh my gosh. Because it's all twisted. Oh my god. Why am I so crazy? I got this screw buddy out, and then I'm going to use it to pry out the stuff in here. This whole video is going to be, I've decided, it's going to be called Screwing Out the Screws. It'll be so exciting. I'll put it to like rock and roll music. Oh shoot. Do you think that's enough so I can get his ass in here? Oh yeah, and then he's gonna like, he's not gonna be able to go because he's like, oh shoot. Can I do this? I can't even do it. Oh dudes. If I can maybe just get it loose so it'll come out. Oh shit. Oh, cool. Yay. Oh, guys, look. Dude, this is like totally coming out. You guys got a good view of that? Check it out, y'all. Should I zoom in? Should I zoom? Okay, can you see it now? Okay. I'm screwing out the screw. This will be my thumbnail. Okay, folks, so it's decided to start to rain, and the sun is still coming out, so there should be a rainbow somewhere. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna go up and make a salad, and tomorrow will be a better day. Okay, so I got an email back from this horticulture source, which is in Vancouver, Washington, and they said that they can ship to the barge in Seattle, and that is going to cost me, go to ship from Seattle to Alaska at least $100 or more dollars. So I'm going to try and make it worth my while and get a whole pallet of stuff. So these are soil amendments that will last me for when I have my entire farm, which is about 4 times bigger than the garden that I have right now. So I got 10 bags, 50 pounds of this vegan mix, which is just a basic fertilizer, 12 bags, 5 pounds rock phosphate, and then a bunch of lime. And so I don't have to look around for that stuff anymore, which will be awesome. Hey, so, yeah, this morning I did that order for the soil amendments, and then after I was done with that, after I talked to you guys and stuff, I got a total for the shipping cost from Vancouver, Washington to the barge in Seattle, and it was like $200. So my total order was like $600, and then total shipping from there to Seattle all the way up to Alaska will be about $300. So that was like, buy it now. So yeah, the only thing I've been getting done with the rest of the day was I've sawed some more grooves in the pea trellis posts, and I've been running twine. I gotta finish that up because they're getting a little bit bigger now. Anyway, so yeah, this week's been a little bit of a kind of bust. I've been just doing little chores here and there, got the ends of the pathways dug out so the water will actually drain out and things like that. But yeah, it's supposed to rain and rain and rain, and so next week I will be probably working in the greenhouses. Hello. I don't know if you can see the potatoes are starting to come up beside the sugar snap peas. I was having a problem with bugs attacking my head earlier, so I got out my bug hat, but I'm not having any problems right now. Get in there, little buddy. Okie dokie. I've got these top ones spaced about, each level spaced about 6 inches, which I think when they're bigger they'll be able to reach that high. That's probably dumb. There we go. Okay, there we go. Got enough tension on that to cut it. So it may not be everything that you always wanted in a trellis, but so a week or so ago I pulled all the dirt around the potato plants in this first patch that in the berry patch here where I first planted the potatoes, and so I'm super tempted to go ahead and get the rest of these potatoes and pull the dirt around them before it rains and rains. I have to pull all of these branches out and then put them back in because the deer will just totally lay down on top of this if I don't do this. Usually it's piled a lot higher, and I need my gloves, man, but whatever, my hands are so dirty. And then I kind of pull a little bit around these guys, and then I go around the other side and kind of pull the rest of it around those other guys in the back. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my gloves and go ahead and do this. Let's take a look at the old potato patch while the branches are still out.